horse's mouth on this whole situation by Jason Schreier, who actually did his due diligence to actually investigate this whole situation. Now, let's go ahead and talk about this, because it turns out $4,000 wasn't the offer. She kind of did fib and didn't bother to tell you guys that she was going to get paid more money. According to Jason Schreier, it turns out Platinum offered Helena Taylor between $3K and $4K per session. Now, I did the math and everything. As you can see right here, if she would have got paid for 4 sessions, she would have got paid $16,000. If she was getting paid 5 sessions, she would have got paid like $20,000. Now, she was asking for more money. If she was getting it paid like $6K, she would have made $30,000 times 5 sessions. She was going to make per session that amount. Either way, she was getting paid, but she was also asking for residuals, which basically was the fee of like merchandise. She would get a cut of the merchandise. She was asking for those things, and also a cut of the amount of sales that the game will make. Like, she wanted everything, but of course she got a little bit greedy. Now, according to Taylor, according to Jason Schreier, Taylor denies his account in the email in Bloomberg. She called that version of events absolute lie and said Platinum is trying to save their asses in the game. Taylor's videos have received more than 9.5 million views on Twitter. That led to divulge of calls from fans and pundits to boycott Beta 3. But the accounts and evidence reviewed by Bloomberg, making it clear that those videos were not the whole story. Taylor's videos also led to a barrage of Twitter vitriol and harassment towards Platinum developers and new Bayonetta actor Jennifer Hale. Now, keep this in mind, Jennifer Hale, like I said before in the last video, she is a veteran. She has been known for 2 video game franchises that were very good. And of course, I mentioned those franchises, which you should look back at my old videos. Put out a statement saying that she could not comment, sequentially retweet the telling of the thread. I feel like the critical thinking skills needs to be taught as its own subject in school. If you hear one side of the story, you haven't heard the whole story. Spreading an opinion based off of a partial information can spread misinformation, which I do agree. Unlikely that the full story will get as much traction as many eyeballs of the original Twitter videos, which it raises some interesting questions about the pleas of emotion and how information is disseminated into social media age. As I said in the story, and Twitter, I have seen written evidence that Helena Taylor was being offered at least $15,000 for her work on the game, which is kind of true. In some cases, it should be said by the record that this whole drama should have never happened. Helena Taylor, what she did was pretty unprofessional of her to try to ruin a company, and also the fact that people should apologize to Hideki Kamiya. I'm not saying you should, but you should. To those who went after Hideki Kamiya and everyone else who works at Platinum, and apologize to them publicly. I personally had to report this, but as far as I know, I didn't go after them. I didn't attack them. I just reported it as it is. And my thoughts on that whole situation was pretty much, I was kind of, at first, kind of questioning Helena Taylor, because as I recalled, Bayonetta wasn't that big of a game. It only had a cult following. And I am one of those fans that understand the series, because I first played it myself when it happened. I remembered the whole situation with when the first beta came out on the PlayStation 3, and I was lucky to play it on the Xbox 360 when it happened, and everyone else who basically got upset over the loading time issue, returned that game, as I recall. That was kind of the situation with what happened to Bayonetta, and it kind of also made Hideki Kamiya look bad because he openly criticized the PS3, as I recall. And of course, Nintendo gave Hideki Kamiya a chance to prove himself by bringing out the game on the Wii U, which no one really gave a shit about, which I recall I actually bought that system and enjoyed playing on that system. But sadly, my system broke down. And as far as I know, and I'm just being brutally honest with you guys, I had the fan of death that happened on my system. Even though it was a fun system to play, a lot of people who I remember that were in the Smash Brawl community didn't bother to care to buy it. Now, keep this in mind. When it was first released on the Wii U, everyone enjoyed that game. I enjoyed it. I actually loved the game. I actually enjoyed playing that game. And it was fun playing part 1 and part 2. And it was a breath of fresh air playing that game, and it was just so fun to laugh at. But of course, a lot of people are not going to be happy to hear that Helena Taylor won't be in part 3. Given the chance, they were going to offer her money, but she refused and got greedy. That's what happened, and that's what really was the side of the whole story. And some of you guys who attacked them should apologize to Platinum. Anyways, leave your thoughts down below and tell what you guys think, because I gotta go. You guys take care. Bye-bye. I'm out of here. Peace.